Learning English doesn't have to be complicated. Sometimes, one awkward travel story is all it takes to make new words, expressions, and grammar stick in your mind for good. That's why this story is not just about a seat at Madison Square Garden. It's about how you can learn English through fun and unexpected moments. So hit that subscribe button, like the video, and let's dive into this one. It was his first time in New York City. The city felt big in every way. The streets, the buildings, the crowds, even the food portions. Everything moved fast, and he was doing his best to keep up. But tonight was different. He wasn't walking or chasing yellow taxis. He had tickets to Madison Square Garden. Real tickets. To a real game. And he couldn't believe it. He had always seen it in movies. The noise, the lights, the giant screens, the crazy fans. Being there in person was something else. As soon as he walked into the arena, he was hit with music, cheers, and the smell of popcorn. It was electric. The kind of place where you instantly felt like part of something bigger, even if you were just one face in a crowd of thousands. He looked at his ticket. Section 105. Row 17. Seat 4. It sounded simple enough. He followed the signs, took the stairs, and made his way through rows of people wearing jerseys and waving foam fingers. Every seat looked like the right one, but he kept walking until he found what he thought was his spot. He sat down, breathed out, and smiled. Perfect view. He could see the whole court. The warm-up was still happening, but even that felt exciting. Players shooting, cameras flashing, fans yelling. It was exactly how he imagined it, until it wasn't. Just as he opened his phone to take a selfie, a man in a black jacket walked up. He was holding a ticket. He didn't say anything, but his look was clear. You're in my seat. The guy smiled nervously and showed him the ticket on his phone. The man looked down at it, then back at his own ticket. Same section, same row, same seat. He was confused. He double-checked, then triple-checked. Section 105. Row 17. Seat 4. But something was off. The man pointed politely behind him. Then it clicked. He had walked down the wrong aisle. Section 105 was split into left and right sides, and he had picked the wrong one. Technically, he was in the right section, but the wrong side of it. So, the seat he was in wasn't his. Embarrassed, he stood up quickly, mumbling a quiet, sorry, even though he knew the guy probably couldn't hear him over the music. A few people around them watched. Not in a mean way, more like, yeah, we've all done that. He gave an awkward nod and started walking toward the correct side. It took him a minute to find the right entrance. When he finally made it to his actual seat, he was sweating slightly, but mostly just laughing at himself. And you know what? His real seat was just as good. Maybe even better. As the game started, he thought about how strange it felt to mess up something so simple. But in that moment, he also realized how much he'd learned. Reading the seat number, understanding directions, dealing with awkward social situations, that was real English learning. That was real-life practice. The game went on. People cheered, booed, stood up, sat down. He joined them, copying their reactions, even if he didn't fully understand the rules. He didn't care who won. He was just happy to be part of the moment. At halftime, a couple sitting next to him started chatting. They talked about where they were from, how often they came to the garden, what snacks they liked. He nodded, laughed, and tried his best to keep up. He didn't get every word, but he caught enough. Enough to feel like he belonged. When the game ended, he stayed in his seat for a moment. He looked around at the emptying arena and smiled. That simple mistake, sitting in the wrong seat, had turned into a little story, a little memory, and a quiet reminder that even the most awkward moments can be meaningful when you're learning something new. And from then on, every time he saw a row of seats or held a ticket in his hand, he double-checked. But he also smiled, because now he had a story to tell. Not about the score or the team or the final play, but about the time he sat in the wrong seat at Madison Square Garden and walked away with something better than just a game. If you enjoyed that story, guess what? You just learned some natural English through a real-life situation. That's the kind of English that sticks. So drop a comment. Have you ever sat in the wrong seat somewhere? Or made a simple mistake that turned into a funny story? Let's share and learn from each other. And don't forget, new videos are coming every single day. So keep watching, keep learning, and keep enjoying the ride.